Living in a big family versus a small family.
Hey Jake, random question. Do you ever wonder what it would be like to grow up in a big family?
Oh yeah, all the time. Especially when I see families with like 5 or 6 kids. It looks chaotic, but kind of fun too. Why do you ask?
Well, you know me. I grew up in a house with 5 siblings. And now that I'm older, I realize how different that was from most people I know. You're an only child, right?
Yup, just me, myself and I. So your house must have been loud all the time.
Always. Like nonstop noise. Someone was always yelling, laughing, or arguing over who finished the cereal.
That sounds exhausting.
It was, but also never boring. I mean, even now, if I go visit my family, it's like walking into a sitcom.
I can't imagine. My house was the opposite. Super quiet. Peaceful even. Sometimes too peaceful, honestly. I used to wish I had a brother to mess around with or a sister to steal my snacks or something.
Trust me, you're lucky no one stole your snacks. That was a daily struggle for me. We used to write our names on food with Sharpies.
Wait, really?
Yeah, like, this yogurt belongs to Emma. Touch it and you die. But of course, someone would always eat it anyway and pretend they didn't see the label.
Savage. I always had the fridge to myself, but it got lonely sometimes. No one to share things with, or just joke around. I mean, yeah, I had friends, but it's different.
Totally. I think with a big family, you're forced to learn certain skills, like sharing, compromising, negotiating bedtime TV rights.
I missed that life training. I was the king of the remote, but I guess I also had more attention from my parents. They could focus on just me, my homework, my hobbies, my problems.
That's a real benefit. In a big family, sometimes you gotta shout just to be heard. And my parents had to divide their attention among 6 kids. I learned to be pretty independent.
So, like, if you were upset or needed help with something,
You either figured it out yourself or waited your turn. Unless it was an emergency. But the upside is, I always had someone to talk to. Or at least complain to.
I had to do that with my dog.
Really? Poor Jake. Did he give good advice?
Surprisingly, yes. Great listener. Zero judgment. But yeah, sometimes I wished I had that built-in team of siblings. Especially on holidays.
Oh, holidays were the best. So much energy, noise, inside jokes, the whole family crammed into one room. It was a mess, but in the best way.
Mine were super chill. Just me and my parents. Quiet dinner, maybe a movie. Which was nice. But sometimes it felt a little, I don't know, empty?
Yeah, I get that. On the flip side, in my family, alone time was almost impossible. I used to hide in the bathroom with a book, just to have a few minutes of peace.
Bathroom book club. That's dedication.
Desperate times, man. But now, as an adult, I actually appreciate the chaos I grew up in. It taught me how to deal with different personalities, how to compromise, and how to eat fast before the food disappears.
Survival skills. Love it. I think growing up alone made me more reflective. Maybe more focused on my own thoughts and goals. But I had to learn how to work with other people later.
So, would you want a big family if you had kids?
Tough question. I think I'd want more than one. Just so they have someone to grow up with. Maybe 2 or 3. I wouldn't go full Brady Bunch.
Fair. I think I'd want a smaller family than what I grew up with. Like 2 kids max. I love my big family, but I also want to be able to give enough attention to each child.
Makes sense. It's kind of funny, isn't it? How are we both leaning toward the opposite of what we had?
Totally. I think we just want to give our kids what we missed, you know?
Exactly. You want calm and connection, I want company and chaos.
The perfect balance. Maybe we should team up and start a parenting podcast or something.
Big fam, small fam. The ultimate showdown.
I'd listen to that. Or at least the blooper reel.
Same. So hey, if you had to sum it up, what's the best thing about a big family?
Probably always having a crew around. You're never really alone. And there's always someone to laugh with or argue with depending on the day.
And for me, the best thing about a small family? I guess having that quiet space to think and dream, and getting the last slice of pizza without a fight.
Okay, yeah, that's a pretty big win.
Agreed. So maybe there's no better family size, just different experiences, different lessons.
Exactly. And I think we turned out pretty great either way.
Speak for yourself. I still talk to my dog.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Dogs make great families too.